Well, first of all, I want to thank the previous speaker who saved a lot of time for me because most of the subject over here will be in touch, especially with the interval over there. We talked a lot about it. So thank you very much. So I'm Mohammad Musleh. I used to work with corporate and now I'm running my own company. So over here we'll talk about Agile approach for innovation management. So here, if you are expecting anything related to IT or software or development, no. So most I will talk about innovation, business innovation, and as well the investment. So first of all, thanks for Agile me for accepting me to present in the last 3 days. So it was a good Agile thinking for me to prepare it fast. So quick about me, I graduated as an MBA. I have been with engineering background. Graduated from UK, and MBA was focused on business innovation and as well as strategy. Then I worked with these folks. Used to work with Siemens Healthcare for like more than 5 years. Then worked with Herman Miller and worked with GE Healthcare. So it's like one of the top corporates. So my experience with them mostly was with business model innovation, digital transformation, consultancy services, and as well developing the businesses. So let's talk about why we are here. First of all, we talk why the purpose, why we need a new approach for innovation, why we need to think the way we innovate to innovate the business, why we need this agile thinking in innovation. Second in the agenda, we'll talk how, approach, how we think differently, how we can transform, and exactly how we can use agile service and agile strategy to be disruptive. So, and this is the issue, like I am PMP certified with the PMI Institute. And like they were complaining that PMI going a lot in the direction of IT and software development. That's why PMI, they recently have a new initiative called Right Line, which is mostly focused about developing strategy and applying strategy for innovation and executing the strategy. So this is the way they want to move themselves from IT perspective to more of innovation and strategy and deploy the strategy. Then last, we'll talk about the what. What is the technique? How tools, what kind of tools, what kind of techniques we need to use to change the way we innovate. So, first of all, why? We'll start with it. Now, the folks, before they talk about the VUCA, I will not repeat it over here, but just to give you an example about it. VUCA is an army acronym, where exactly what they were talking about is, they used to, like they have a big army fighting small rebels. These small rebels are like changing and the technique fast. So whenever they have a change with the army, interact, they immediately agile, they change the technique and they fight back again. However, on the other side of the American army, they're like, whenever any change in the technique, they have to go back with the process to get approvals. And this is end up is like whenever the approval come back from US with headquarters, the small battle is already lost. They already get disrupted. So that's why the army, they call it VUCA. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. However, nowadays the big issue is coming between complexity and ambiguity. Why? Because the whole international world has become very connected, complex, a lot of variability that we need to manage to understand. And there's a big ambiguity. Ambiguity is like what's happening now with the coronavirus. We don't know how it is going. We don't know how to expect it, and exactly we don't know how to respond to it. So it's like we are still in the early stages to think about it. So that's why we are living in this world now. Second thing is like, why agile innovation? If you think about it deeply now with the VUCA, you see that the technologies keep evolving fast, and a lot of companies are under pressure to evolve and to have a new value to the customer. So this is lead us like we need to have to be an agile. This old strategy that we used to apply in 80s and 70s and 90s is not applying anywhere with this fast world. Why? Because we need to deliver value fast. Second thing is the disruption. This is the second reason why we need agile innovation. Disruption, that means there is a high customer needs and customer keep changing and there's a small player get disrupted. So that means Uber disrupting the taxi, Amazon disrupting all the other retailers. So we end up as like living in a disruption that we cannot survive. We need to move fast to survive. The third thing is like transformation. Everything getting now digitalized, a new experience, as well as like if the, like if you see in the previous presentation with my colleague, if we are not in digital and in cloud, we cannot survive. So this is the issue now happening with the world. Last but not least is the commodity trap. Commodity trap, like if you keep differentiating in yourself on the price and giving always the best price, you will be disrupted. So, and as well, we think always about the economy of scale, how we can save money to make our product cheaper and sell it. If you keep thinking in this way, we will not survive. We will get disrupted and we will get outside the market. And it's not anymore what the best price you can give or the cheapest price you can give the product, it's about the value. So this is exactly what we call it, commodity trap. And it's one of the subjects that Henry Chesco in Open Innovation book, he was talking about it, that if you don't change the way you present and have experience with the client and giving a new service to him, or to her, you will never ever be in an innovation party. So, let's talk about how we can do that. Well, we need a new mindset, which is the Agile. However, whenever I'm presenting that, I expecting half of the people in the room, they don't know Agile, but I do believe all of you know Agile. So we'll save this here and go to the next slide. Well, once it comes to Agile, in business innovation and thinking about new business model and new thinking of a way to innovate the business, it's completely different. Why? Because this way, whenever you want to innovate, the waterfall is not anymore applied. To have a strategy of 1-2 years to innovate in a product is not anymore valid. And this is exactly the experience I was facing when I was in GE. So, this guy, Eric Rees, is the one here starting, actually he came from the IT, which is good because they do it fast. He wrote a book about the lean startup. Well, he started to talk about the MVP, measurable plan, and how to make things fast. However, all the new startups love him and they start to deal with him. Till GE come in the battle and they said, okay, we take this guy, we hire him for 1 year or 2 years to develop every industry we have in. And this is exactly where the disruption and new innovation is happening. Because GE at that time, what they say, was exactly 6 years back, they come to a new platform, a new form or framework, they call it fast works. And this is what I've been trained back in New York, where they said, okay, we take this build, measure, learn from Eric Rees, we combine with the lean methodology, with the Lean Six Sigma, and as well with the design thinking, and we have our own frameworks. And they start to implement it with each service inside the company. So they come to every industry, power and gas, oil, healthcare, and they start to implement this kind of thinking into be lean and agile in your innovation. Then they go to the next step, okay, we want to implement it overseas. So they start to go to every department inside the whole company and in every country, in other outside the US, and let them to learn about the fast work. So fast work is exactly similar to the agile thinking, where you define the problem, leap of faith, that you think about something that will have a future, so you start on it and you focus to make it right. Then you build an MVP, you learn, you pivot or proceed. So exactly same as the lean startup. But here the good things with GE, what they did is like, they said, okay, this is running, and we developed many technology from even this, they applied it in the engines, flight engines. They applied it in the refrigerator. So they start to have this fast. So they're not anymore having a strategy to build or to innovate in new equipment for 2 or 3 years. No, they start to have, okay, let's try to make it fast every 6 months or every maximum 7 months. We don't have these 2 or 3 years of innovation strategy because it's not serving. Because the moment we have the product from idea to market, we might get disrupted. So GE, exactly what they did is like, they come to every country and they start saying, okay guys, who from one of you have an idea in the market? I have, okay, take this $50,000, you take this $5,000, try to test it, make it happen. If it did not work, we'll go to the other one. So they try to implement this idea of innovation from every small country or every small department. Now, what else happened? A new guy come up and he called, okay, Eric, this looks like a nice idea, and it's implemented. And I personally been experienced one of these two fast works project here in UAE. Yeah, so here the guy started in that he said, okay, I'll write a book about corporate startup and we'll see how we can implement the lean agile that Eric Ries did it in GE, and we can implement it in other companies, and we call it a corporate startup or corporate entrepreneurship. So how the idea start with is the ecosystem start with the top management. The top management is like to start to have the strategic vision, not anymore 2 or 3 or 4 years in innovation. They make it in a quarterly basis or maximum twice a year in innovation. So they start, okay, what area we need to innovate? Anyone has an idea, let's submit an idea. And if the idea aligns with their strategy and their vision, they will invest. And they do this in agile thinking, in lean. So it's not anymore 3-4 years plan of innovation, no, it's more in agile, more lean. Then from the strategic vision, it goes down to the management of innovation, which is the project manager, the portfolio manager, and the program manager. Where those people, they work with their team to manage the innovation. They come, okay guys, we talk with the board member, they are more lean anymore. They are lean, they are not like a long-term strategy, they're not anymore applying a waterfall. So what we're going to do is, we have money, we need to invest, but we need new ideas. And we will manage this idea on a quarterly basis to see if the idea is working or not. Then, the staff, like me, like others working in other countries, or working in a small department, or working in the factory, they start to put ideas. And this is what we call them the innovators, agile innovator, or the entrepreneurship, the internal entrepreneurship, where they start to call about innovation lab, innovation hub, sandbox, and all these acronyms about them. So those people, they start to have ideas. If they're accepted by the executive board, they will get money, and they start to go to test it and apply the lean startup methodology. So what's happened? Those people in the middle managers, mostly the either portfolio manager or project manager or program manager, those are managing the process and managing the small innovator. But all these process happening all in Agile. Those people do the build, test, and learn. Those people monitoring and coaching them, and those people, the white collar, are just managing the investment. But it's all happening in Agile concept. So let's go deep to learn what exactly happening. Now we have these two, like the time and the investment. Whenever you invest on something, they start to invest in a small amount. So if you have a good idea, you will invest a small amount of it. Depends if it's within your strategy, if it's within your vision. And you invest a little bit more and more till you get more good evidence that it's making money and it's profitable. But this is the point, is like, the beginning it's high risk that it's not going to happen. But within time, the risk will go below. So the idea for them is like, we don't want to invest in one idea and spend years and maybe it's not happening. We want to invest in many ideas, but the moment the idea is not making happen, we will stop. So what's happening here? Those people, the innovators, the agile innovators, the entrepreneurship, the lean startup thinking, they said, okay, I have an idea, I want to implement this, I want to implement this. They come with this idea and they submit it. So it's become like a entrepreneurship inside the company. And they start to apply it. So they go, okay, take this money, go and explore it. See how it is. Is it valid? Is it working outside the market or not? So if it's being tested and valid, that means, okay, you can go to the next step. If it's not working and it's not valid anymore, get outside, let other people come in. And this is open a door for many people to innovate. And this is exactly what's happening with Microsoft, with Google, and as well with Amazon. They start to invest in these small ideas with people and give them money and just to validate it. And those people go in with the loop of lean startup and agile, like build, test and learn, build and test and learn to see if it's valid or not. From these 10 or 100 ideas, maybe one of them will pass. And once it passes, the corporate will invest a lot on it to grow and to sustain. So is not anymore to invest in idea to spend years on it. No, you can spend a lot of ideas and see where the money will come in the end. And these ideas of innovation, it could be business model, it could be an application, it could be a new customer development on, for example, services. So we'll go later on in different ideas. So what's happening here exactly? They're not anymore waterfall. They are more in different ideas of agile on a quarterly basis or even less than a quarterly basis. So what's happening here? This traditional recurring model where you invest in one big idea for 2-3 years and might not work and might work, God knows, is not anymore valid. So it's more an agile top management where you invest in many ideas to make it happen. And this leads to the fast decision maker. So as I said at the beginning, the small army here, they took decision in the spot and they fight like the army. So you end up the work in their side and you are in their shoes and you can win there in the market. And there's like more customer simplicity because the more people, the more small team working in ideas, you are developing new ideas in the market. And this is exactly what's happening, which you keep more close to the market, close to the customer, and having this customer simplicity concept. And you have more intact team inside the market, understanding what the customer needs and trying to solve different problems. However, even if like 90% of the problem is not working out and only 10%, which is good, you're still interacting with the market and understanding the needs rather than invest in one big idea for 2-3 years. And this makes the change more efficient. And the one concept you learn about is survival through flexibility. So you will survive with the more flexible in your investment, in your thinking, and new way of innovation. And you always like respond to change. So if like 2 or 3 ideas not working, you immediately change. You invest in other ideas. Yeah. So the more ideas you have, the more small investment you will have. And you look at the concept with those managers, they will have different investment. They will start with the idea with $50,000. If it's worked out, we'll give you $200,000. It's working, it's valid, the customer love it. Build a system on it or build business behind it. And we'll see later on how we can do that. So now let's talk about tools. What kind of tools we need or how we can make this happen. Now, I do believe most of you have read all of these ideas over here, like the design thinking, business model generation, the corporate startup, and the agile study. So I will go fast in every one so you can have an idea about it. Let's start with the design thinking. Design thinking is like, I'm sure like you're aware about it, but it always starts with the empathy, with the customer. So, and this is the small agile team, the agile innovator. They are going in the market and try to see if this idea is working out or not. And if it's working out, they then define the problem and keep ideating, prototyping, and testing. However, the agile is happening over here. Okay, if it's not working, the prototype is not happening, we'll try to find the new ideas. So, what the concept behind that? The concept behind that is like, in design thinking, we have to understand one only concept. You have 3 pillars. The 3 pillars is desirability, visibility, and viability. Desirability, that means, do the idea the problem I'm trying to solve. The customer really love it. Is it a really pain point in the customer or in the market I'm trying to solve? And if it's valid, okay, I'll come back to my management and say, this is a big idea. The management will say, can we do it? So this is the visibility. Can we do it? Can we solve it? Do we have the capabilities? Do we need to go to collaborate with others? How we can do it? But to go to this test, the visibility, we have to know if it's needs on the market or we're solving the issue. And this is what happened before. Before, like they were solving a problem that the market, it's not really issue. Or for example, they try to solve a market to solve a problem in a market that we cannot really make it. And it's not visible. So you spend a lot of money on an idea for 1 or 2 years that maybe you end up spending a lot of money on it, but it's not working out. And I personally face this with a corporate, like I see they develop a new concept or a new technology that is not anymore valid, and they spend thousands of money on it, which is not an issue. It's not a big issue. Like for example, in Google Glass, they spend a lot of money on it, but in the end they somehow kill it because it's not working or it's not still a pain point in the market. The last thing is, can we make money? Is the viability. So this is the issue we keep asking. Okay, you took your money, you invest, you found an issue in the market, we need to solve it, and there's a visibility on it that we can make it from our current capabilities. Okay, so we continue our spending, but can we make money on it? Is there a business model behind? So from this diagram, we want to understand a few things. If there is a desirability in the market and the market loves it and we are solving a very good problem and there is a technical capabilities that we can solve it, but somehow we are not making money, this is called lack of business model. So you have to invest to develop different business model to innovate. And this is exactly happening in Agile. You go outside and test different business model. Shall I go with CapEx to OpEx? Shall I make it on services, the payment? Shall I sell it as equipment, sell it as a software? But you cannot know if you can't invest in one idea or one team. You should be an agile in your investment in the way you think to solve a problem. However, if you find that there is a small problem in the market, people, they don't really have an issue about it, but this issue is making a lot of money for us and we have good technical visibility that we can easily make it. This is called disruptive innovation. Why? Because disruptive innovation is to present something fast, cheap, and affordable to the market. And this is exactly what happened. It's like you're delivering something fast, and you're making money, and as well you can do it. So this is what you call a disruptive innovation, and this is what Uber happening. Like there was no big issue in the taxis, but the viability is a lot of money, and its visibility is just an apps to spread. So that's what we call disruptive innovation. However, to have all of this idea together, it's called an innovation sweet spot. But unfortunately, the big corporate, they always focus on this spot, innovation sweet spot. And if it's not in the sweet spot, they will stop investing or they will not think about it. But there's always areas that you can solve. So here is like about the business model innovation. Whenever you have the money and you have the idea, you always have to be lean and agile in your thinking. You don't need to invest in one business model or to test one business model in the market. You have to go outside and try to build different business model and to test it. So, and always analyze, redesign, and review. Because the moment you start to focus on one business model in the market to test it, it might not work out. So if you want to pivot and to go back again, this is not working out because other people from other market or from other industry, they will come and disrupt you. So this is the point on investing and trying to test a different business model. But you will not build a new business model until you somehow test it in the market if they like it or no. And this is the agile thinking. Second thing is like what we call it the agile startup. And here where it starts, like you start with the idea, you invest, you build an entity. Now the point is like you want to measure if the customer respond on it or no. So is it like there is jobs to be done? I'm solving a real problem in the market or no? And we have to adapt experimental mentality with other staff, with our staff and our employee. Why? Because if we don't have this mentality of experimentation, we will never ever learn. We'll not decide. And this should be happening on a quarterly basis. So it's not anymore 5 years innovation strategy plan and fixed plan to innovate something. Because it's not working anymore and the market, as we said in the beginning in the book, changing fast, disrupted fast, and there's a big pressure to deliver fast value to the customer. So this is what we call it the agile thinking on lean startup. Now, how we can take this in the top corporate table, what we call it from Henry Metzberg, the agile strategy or the emergent strategy. Now, there's a small concept I want you to understand is if you want to develop a new concept or solve a new problem, there's always data, which is quantitative research, and there was as well intuitive data, which is the qualitative research. Now, the merge between them is like once you have the proper research in the market to solve customer problem. So what happened is most of the corporate, they have the intended strategy, which is somehow data-driven. They go with the history of the data they have it, they read it, and they start to make an intended strategy about we want to do 1, 2, 3, and we want to search to reach to X, Y, Z. So this is the intended strategy they have. However, once they come to apply it in the market, and they do the customer development, they discover many of these strategies and ideas and vision, their customer, they don't want it, they push back. And they start to have different hypotheses about, okay, the market, they don't love this, the market love that, this is not working out, this is working out in different segments, this is working out in different markets. So here where you can have start to both data-driven strategy and hypothesis strategy. But to accept this, let's say, framework, you should be agile. And you should have a team in the market to understand where is the emerging strategy coming in. And here what we call key informed data. Because your agile innovator inside the market doing the customer development, the moment they see that there's an idea, an issue, or solving a problem and there is money, they will report it to you. And you will have a good data and you have a new hypothesis so you can implement it again in the market. But this methodology is not happening if you're in a waterfall and you're having a 1 year or 2 years plan. It will happen only if you have this agile thinking in every quarter or every 6 months in innovation. And in the end is like you will have the realized strategy, which is what we call it the fit strategy. And this as well might make you survive for the next 2 or 3 years, but in the end you will get disrupted again, and you have as well to rely on data-driven on hypothesis. So, in one of the slides of my colleague, I said like you always have to go with the vision of agile at every step in the market. You shouldn't keep constant. Well, this looks interesting, but let's think, okay, how things work out, like how the strategy going, how you can start. Well, this is I do believe you saw these slides many times, and many companies prepared it in different ways. I have adapted from Gartner, where they said, okay, you start with the desirability in the market to see the profit fit, and here where you start to apply the design thinking. However, if you find something in testing and explain well, then you find the solution, then you want to see if you can make a viability and make money from it by applying business model innovation. However, if it's working out and you find the business model, but you want to see how you want to apply it in the market, you should be applying the agile development. And this is exactly the map, how it works. And in the end, the moment you find the business model and you want to implement it in the market, you should be an agile to have growth fit, because in the end you will get disrupted. But there is a one trick here, is never ever go think that this is a linear. And this is what issue happening nowadays is, the moment we find the methodology, we immediately go with the linear process. No, because you will end up with a waterfall. Okay, let's start with the design strategy, let's start after that with testing, business model, agile, and we'll do this many times. No, you can start in any place you like, depends on the situation. Like, for example, if you already have in the market, and there is a big issue, and you find there is a money behind it, then okay, immediately go with the business model innovation, try to find business behind it, develop your own business model. Maybe you need to go to, let's say, digital transformation. Like, for example, one of the examples I'm trying to see, to talk about it is Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce is like, they're doing flights, engines. And they found like, we cannot compete with GE engines. We keep doing engines, we'll keep developing in the engines, make the engine fast, make the engine the best engine in the world. No, it's not anymore about design thinking and doing lean startup, because the engine is still engine, and you cannot make it electrical because nobody will trust it still. So what to do is like, where we can start, okay, so we are somehow past here, let's go with the business model innovation, and they stop selling the engine. They're giving the engine for free, and they say pay per hour. So they give it to the airlines whenever you have turning on the engines, on the flight, you pay per hour. So they change the whole business model. It's become like a service business model, moving from CapEx to OpEx. And because they are agile, they start thinking, okay, we start to collect a lot of data from these engines about the operation inside the airport, about the efficiency of the engines, about how the whole operation inside the aeronautical and the aeronautical flights inside the airport. They start to discover many things of this data, which lead into this kind of digital transformation and having new predictive, prospective analytics, which call it customer analytics. And they thought, okay, we can use this data and make kind of consultancy services to the airport and to the airlines. And they start to make a lot of money behind it because they are agile. They're not just spending a lot of money in developing the engines because the innovation is not happening over here. And this is exactly what's happening in their business model, and they start to find it very profitable. Now, this kind of business as well, it's happening now in healthcare. Like the company I was working with GE and Siemens, they said, if we keep innovating on the MRI scan, and the X-ray scan, and the CT scan, okay, we might have a scanner a little bit faster, we might have the scanner a little bit better imaging quality, but this is still incremental innovation. So we are still somehow trying to find a new desirability in the market, which there's no area to play here. So what they said, okay, let's change the business model and give it to the market, and they start to pay for the service, and the data we are collecting from them, we can start to make kind of consultancy services how to improve the operation inside the hospital. And here where the money start to come in, and they lock the customer, because the moment the customer, they deal with them on a contract of 5 to 10 to 15 years, and all the data is coming from them in the analytical, they lock the customer and they start to present a new value and present a new solution. So it's not anymore selling the product, it's about selling the solution. Solution whenever it comes to the business model, solving a problem and adding a new value to the market. And this is what's happening now with the big industry is, if you want to keep differentiating yourself in the product itself and in the price, later on you will get disrupted from the Japanese, from the Chinese, and from the other equipment. But if you just try to find a new way, and you are agile and you are thinking in innovation and adding value to the customer, here where like you can always sustain and keep the growth happening. So, last takeaway I'm going to talk about is believe in a small team. You have to choose between you want a disciplined execution or your innovation. These both is not working together. Because if you want innovation, this disciplined execution is not working out. Do you want bureaucracy or cross-functional team? So this is like your trade-off. So believe in a small team, that this small team in the battle, they can make a difference. The second takeaway is adapt experimental culture. Fail and learn fast. Psychological safety. No punishment. If you fail, that means it's good. We have learned different ways, it's not working out. So you have to accept this culture and let them learn about experimental. So it's not, and this is what we call it psychological safety. That means if you fail, you will not get punished, you will not get fired. Your performance management, performance estimation about your annual performance, it won't be affected. So the employee, the innovator, they have this kind of psychological safety. Last thing is plan, invest in a short side for innovation. In short stages, validate it and gradually enhance. It's not anymore, as I said, like 5-10 years plan in innovation. No, the market is disrupting fast and changing fast and transforming fast. You should be agile in quarterly or maximum twice in a year. Last thing I want to mention is innovation is everybody's job. It's not anymore the innovation team or the sales team or the marketing team or the finance. It's everybody's job, and everybody should work on it and help the team do it. And thank you.